I give a check and a mate. GG's. The King's Gambit is too good. Next game. Let's try the King's Gambit at 1300 elo. Will they take or will they go for the King's Gambit declined? They are protecting the pawn. And what do? We don't take because of course Queen h4 is a problem. Now we know it very well. So we go with the knight out. Attacking this pawn one more time. If they now don't defend it in the most natural way with the move d6, this bishop is gonna cry inside the box of pawns. Ooh. Ooh. But they played the move d5. And I think like usually at move 2, d5 is actually a very good move. It's called the counter gambit. But at move 3 is a bit suspicious. Because usually the idea is that once I take there, you want to push this pawn or to take here. But now you have to move the queen out. And what I can do, just develop for free a piece, attacking the queen. The queen has to move one more time, and this pawn would have to stay protected somehow. And there are just a few squares. For example, queen e6 could be one idea. Now they're also threatening a discovery check to take here. So we have to shortly think and understand how to keep going. I am considering different type of moves. Knight g5 could be an idea. Of course we are moving the same piece twice, so we need to have an important reason to do that. And my idea is that I don't want the queen to stay on this diagonal. Also, I'm not really losing a tempo because while I'm moving the same piece twice, they also have to move again the queen. So we are both losing a tempo, but the question is, am I really improving my position after knight here and the queen moves somewhere? Because the queen could leave these diagonals, for example, go on d6, and then probably the move knight g5 served a good purpose. Also, I could just keep going with the bishop here, attacking this pawn. And I like my position, I'm ready to castle. I don't really care about losing this pawn. What if the queen stays on d7? Because then I still have the problem of the discovery check incoming. What I could play is probably something like knight b5, really attacking the queen one more time. But it feels like my knight are hanging in the center of the board. Let's say the queen moves one more time, and then I play bishop f4, c4, sorry. Feels risky, but I have an idea in mind, and if it's wrong, we have a lesson to learn. So let's go with our knight g5. We move the same piece twice, but just because we have a clear idea in mind. If the queen moves in any other square away from this e-file, we can comfortably develop this bishop and then castle. The point is that now I couldn't do that, because if I move the bishop here, the pawn is taken with check, and I'm a pawn down, plus I might have to trade the queens. And if I trade the queens, the endgame with a pawn down is not really nice for us. Even if this pawn is weak, so probably is as well possible. Okay, now the queen is attacking this pawn, which is protecting the knight, so we are in an important situation. I think bishop c4 should be the move, but we have to be a little bit careful, because queen takes could be possible, and my bishop and my knight are both under attack. But I think it should be absolutely fine for us, because after queen takes, we can for sure take care with check. The king has to move, and then we can play some d3 or d4. Discovery attacking the queen, protecting our knight. This is a very complicated position. But at the same time, when there are lots of tactics on the board, if you build up a good position, tactics will be in your favor. And I have 3 pieces out. They have just 1 knight out, right? Minor pieces. So the only reason why tactics might not work in my favor is because my king is slightly weak, since I've played the move f4. Now, they didn't want to go for queen take f4, I think that's right, but this comes with a big problem for them, because I can definitely trade my knight, take here, and then I can put my king into safety. There is a check there, but it's not really a problem for me, because I'm going to just move the king in a even more safe square. And after pawn takes, I'm sacrificing the pawn. This is the core idea of the King's Gambit. We are giving away a pawn, but we will take it later on. And usually this by playing the move d4, activating the bishop. Now the rook is even pointing there. There is one move protecting the pawn one more time, and is the move bishop d6. How do we keep going? We have different ideas. For example, knight b5 starts to be a good idea, attacking the bishop, and also looking at this fork. But then the king can castle long, so I will try to see if we have something even better. And one thing I would see is that this little pawn could be weak. Alright, g5 is a typical way to defend the pawn, because now we really can't take it. But it weakens a lot the king. Already I'm looking at this check. There is the move queen d6, but I'm also looking at this move. Because after queen takes, I go with the rook on the e5, and I'm saying like, hello there, I think it's time to go for us. Boom. Also, after queen here, there would be a simple fork, taking back the piece. So it's a safe sacrifice. We have multiple reasons why it should work. And after queen takes rook here, we should still calculate what if they stop us with the knight. But we can simply take, and then they have the same problem. So we're actually winning the queen if they take. And if they don't take, this king is in big danger. The king cannot castle because the bishop is controlling the castling square. Also, those pieces are on the way, so the king is stuck in the middle of the board, and that's very dangerous. I'm trying to find a safe square for the queen to go. That is really hard. Queen g6 is probably the best one, because if not, I have this check, and now I think I will go for knight d5. I am threatening to take here. Also, I can't really develop this other bishop. For now, the bishop doesn't have a purpose, so I'm making the usage of the pieces I have on the board. One more idea would be to bring a queen or a rook on the e-file. And if I bring the queen on the e-file, this pawn on d4 is hanging. Also, the rook on the f-file is now not anymore serving a purpose, because we forced black to push this pawn, protecting here. So actually the rook is stuck. That's why I'm going with the rook on the e-file. Alright, knight e7, they are doing really a good job to try to keep the position as safe as possible. What do we do now? So if we take, they will take back with a minor piece for sure. And as in many cases in chess, being the first person to capture is not good, because actually this knight is stuck there. The knight cannot move because we have discovery checks. So taking is never a possibility. So by taking, we're just helping them. So I will go with the move c4 with a clear threat in mind. c5 is trapping the bishop. And now you see that black is frozen. They can't move anything. Okay, they took here, but this now comes at a very high price, because I can give this check and the queen will be lost. I can take back this knight later on, and they went back with the knight. But now we can simply take the queen, and then still the problem of this bishop is there. c5 is coming, the bishop is trapped, has no squares to go. Alright, they are taking the pawn, we take back. Now you see that the queen is stopping the king from castling. They are going with the rook attacking the queen. So we move the queen here. I'm threatening to take this pawn. Very simple threat. Moving the queen out of the way. This bishop is still not playing, this rook is still not playing. And remember, even when you have extra material, if you don't use the extra material you have, it's like if you don't have it. So in order to win this position comfortably, I need to bring those pieces to the game, or to checkmate my opponent quickly. So I'm going to take this pawn, and if the king goes here, it's checkmate in one. Or maybe not, because I thought like I could go here with the queen. But I can't really do that. Okay, so let's see if they... how do I need to bring this bishop and this rook to the game. So there is a fork here, but the queen is controlling, so we can just start to bring. Oh man, this is so painful. Alright, lesson learned. Never give up your queen. Okay, let's try to come back. Oh man. So we are full piece down. That's really bad, but we'll try to come back. So what I'm doing now is pinning this rook. I shouldn't trade too many pieces. Okay, I will just take here. Let's see what I do. They should take one of my rooks. Okay, they're taking this one. It's also absolutely right. Now, if I take, they take here, so I'm not really getting much. So I will go with the bishop out, looking at this rook, and also wanting to take the pawn. They have just one move if they want to not lose the piece back, and is moving by rook in a square where they are attacking this bishop. And there is just one way, and is rook f8. But then at least we can take a pawn. It's not much, but it's a pawn. Alright. Now, I'm shortly considering if there are any checks that would improve our position, but I think it's best to take this pawn now that we can, and then try to create some ideas later on. Now there is a very smart move. We need to move the rook, and we will go with the rook here, attacking the knight. Now if the knight moves there, which seems a logical move, whoop, we pin, and we win the knight back. So another very dangerous situation for them. Great move. Now, I don't mind about this pawn. I will try to start to make my pawn run, being dangerous. Because if I start to kick this knight, and then my rook could sneak here, I start to have some very nice ideas. This is a great move. They are trading the pawn, I'm taking, they have to take. And now I will play this move. This is dangerous because they could just trade. They're playing really well. Okay, I'll play the move a3. Let's see. But a3 I'm helping. The thing is really hard. If I do this, they cover with the rook and they want to trade. I'm not advancing. If I push this pawn, there is this check. And then I need to trade. Okay, I will play this because actually this move doesn't work. Because if they play knight here, I can just take the rook, and if they take the, I want a piece, and I have a pass pawn far away here, I'm gonna win the game. I'm also running out of time. That's absolutely amazing. Let's give this check so my rook is out of the fork. And now we push this pawn. Okay, at least the knight got passive. We try to bring the king to support the bishop and the pawn. We need them to advance, alright. Attacking here. Notice that this pawn shouldn't be taken, because it comes to a very high price. Okay, we don't trade. Please take my pawn. And it's free. It's very free. Alright, we advance it even more. Do we? Yes, we do. Okay, this is a check. We bring our king closer, trying to support the pawn. Now we go with the rook here. I want to force the knight to take a decision. There we go. Let's play this move. Can we? The knight d5. Let's play this move then. I'm protecting this pawn. Okay, this is really bad. Okay, now they have to give away the rook, but we traded rook and I give away my pawn, and this is very weak. This is absolutely terrible. I blundered everything in this game. That's very interesting. Okay, let's try to keep going. Never give it up. Right, we try to make the knight go mad crazy. Take the pawn. Absolutely take the pawn. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, we just need to get the pawn somehow, this one. And then we can make a draw. What? What?
قوليلي قوليلي ما الحل الهذيان يا عمري قوليلي قوليلي
What happened there?
قوليلي قوليلي قوليلي
No! No way! Oh, maybe they flag, maybe they flag, maybe they flag!
جيبي راح اكل جبت
This is unbelievable. I'm still in shock, but just for you guys to know, this position was completely winning. So the King's Gambit is still approved. But now let's raise the rating even more. What do they play at around 1500 elo? Do they take? Do they go for the counter gambit? Or bishop c5? So knight c6 is still not the best move in this position, because after the simple move knight c3, they are already in trouble. How do they defend this pawn? And the most natural way, so to protect with the pawn on d6, gives
Wow.
white a very
Thank you
comfortable
so much.
position, because now this bishop is inside the box. Instead, usually you want to stay with the bishop here, because you're blocking white from castling. So what we can do is something very simple. Develop. So we will go with the bishop on c4 or on b5. I like bishop c4 because we are pointing at f7, and that pawn can be very weak, especially once we're castled on. Because what they need to do is to deal with the fact that also the rook is on the f-file. So now they came here to pin this knight. In some cases we
Maybe.
might even see a legal checkmate. So if we get to sacrifice this knight somewhere, now in this case it's not working, but let's see. In any case, my next moves are going to be something like knight c3, push or take. I have one move that I need to be careful of, and this. What about knight e5? 94, sorry. I'm looking at places in Florida. I don't know why I sound so like dead. I'm sorry. It's because I'm out of my groove and I feel like I get awkward again. And I haven't been in a bikini in forever. I took the truck. Thankfully. I also don't want to put those knives in the car, so. I belong in Florida. I'm eating an acai bowl that is very melted. It's literally like water. They put way too many coconut flakes in there. It's like all I'm eating. It's like hard to chew. If you've ever eaten coconut flakes, you can tell that they get a little hard to chew. that's like in Miami, I guess. It's a cool photo spot, if that makes sense. The marina. This is just a trip. I was looking at property as well. I was trying to. The whole point of this trip was to look at properties and then stream by the beach, but the weather wasn't that nice until literally today. I wanted to do fishing this week, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Tomorrow I'm so busy. I'm gonna leave Daytona Beach. I was thinking of doing that too. The drivable beach. I was thinking that. It's a must. Maybe.
جاي أزمة.
Oh! Drive the truck
جديد
to
هسه.
the beach. And
هذا
then fish.
لسه
I don't know if they'll allow that. I know in Delaware,
إيه
I used to do
جديدة.
that with my grandparents.
هسه شوية ونبدل.
They would literally just take their truck, their fishing poles,
أوكي على الشارع
they have a
معاه.
little fishing pole mount right onto the front of the truck. You go right to the beach and then cast right from the truck. You can do that. Stackers, thank you so much for the tier 3. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that 4 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. In Texas you can? A little north of Miami? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would ever live like in the city of Miami, to be honest. Get back to. I'm married to Chat. You guys need to get me a ring that says Chat. I should get someone to like 3D print me a ring that says I heart Chat, and then I can pull it up anytime someone tries to hit on me. I'm married to my Chat, actually.
Eric 19061997 Swanepoel just subbed.
Ooh, it's Tiffany ring. Now we're talking. I remember I used to say, I'll never I'll never accept the ring. Now this sounds a little cocky, but I'll never accept the ring unless it was a Tiffany ring from a guy. I know, because then people will be like, it's not about the materialistic. Nah, 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 nah. I just love a simple Tiffany band, silver band, and then just like a small circular. Honestly, I feel like an oval one would fit my fingers really nice. I don't know, maybe a little silver diamond. I'd be like, first guy to give me a Tiffany ring. Well, his. We have to
Jose.
pass the bite. I hope you guys don't mind
Giuseppe,
sharing.
deixa esse ano, Betty.
How
Vai
much
ser
is
se
this?
a this money.
I don't know, $12? And
لا
then
أشغل
it was like
نفسي.
$3. It came out to $17 total. Oval, I know.
Okay.
I never really liked oval until I saw
Thank
one
you
in person,
so
and I was
much.
like, okay, I might actually like oval. I've never tried oval on ever. What's it called? This is getting kind of low. The battery is dying very, very fast. Oh wait, I did swap it, I think. I don't know how. I'm gonna have to figure that out. You guys are gonna have to bear with me for a sec. I think it's this. It might go Wendy's. Am I able to just swap it? Is it? I think it's gonna go dark for like a second. I need to swap off the battery. Do a 360. You feel like you're being manhandled. I'm gonna do such a low key 360 though. Like, what if I did it while I'm sitting here? Because I think I just don't want it to reset everything. I'm not familiar with this. This is all brand new for me. You know? I don't want to mess it up. I'll do 360. I'll do 360 like this. For my sake. Oh. Abnormally suspicious. This is a new bikini actually, yes. I bought it while I was here. Not for Loki, I know. No, I took my truck. My screen is frozen. Shoot, hold on. Hold on, guys. Privacy for 1 second. I'm still here. I'm not leaving.
leaving you. They have a dog sitter that comes. Told you I would never leave you. Sorry about that. It is very confusing. You can't just like swap a battery and then like hit live again. It's like you gotta, I don't know. You gotta go through all these settings. What the? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. This weather won't be like this when I get back home, unfortunately. I'm actually in Hawaii right now. I'm in Hawaii. I wonder if I can get some sun while we're here. Some tanning. What do you guys like? Do you like lower waisted, or do you like more high waisted like this? High. I feel like I look very boxy right now. One high, one low. Then you get the best of both worlds. I could face more diagonally. Hold on. Let's keep you guys here. Then, at least this keeps my phone in the shade from my body. I think at this rate, I'm going to have to be blonde for the rest of my life. I mean, it'll grow out of my head forever, but... I woke up early because I thought I was going to go look at some properties, but turns out we're going to go look tomorrow. Meaning we're meeting me and the realtor. Oh my god, I cannot talk today, I swear. It's like I'm going to have a stroke. So,
Suzy.
I'm going to meet her
Nagong ka ba din?
tomorrow.
Yun.